not a race war, because that's what it's starting to be. And I'm not here for that. I'm here for peace. You see my hat all the time? Paper, peace. That's all I'm for. Figure this out. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk about on Wednesday, right? Handcuffs was put on me for a public meeting that was supposedly ticketed for the special budgeting event. Cool, right? Got threatened with assault, got threatened with a battery, all of this. Then I see on Friday, the Palestinians turned it up. I mean, fighting the police. Not one person got arrested. I'm just saying, look at that, Mayor. Just look at that. I don't come from poverty, okay? I come from a very affluent African-American family. I am down here every day almost fighting for justice for my mother's building, not house, commercial building that was demolished, illegally demolished. And not one time have you come to me and sit down with Alderman Moore, who has blocked me, a government official who has blocked me from social media, which is illegal. Okay? This is not how you run government. This is not how you run anything. I've been contemplating about running for office, right? Contemplating. Because I know I'm gonna win. I have a big following. I come from a lot of people, a lot of known people. I worked 4 years with Dick Gregory, who in 1958 did the same thing that I did. Start protesting down here at City Hall and marched all the way to Daley's house, and that was in 1958. Fair. That's all I'm asking for is fairness. Be a mayor, sit down and talk to my mother. You don't even have to talk to me. Talk to my 74-year-old mother and figure out how y'all can find a solution. Because the longer that I got to keep coming down here and dealing with these police, that at the end of the day, I don't even blame them, because it comes from Maya Standback and all of them who are doing these weird illegal things, not letting people into a public meeting, makes you look bad. So you need to sit back with your advisors, read the Constitution, read the Open Meetings Act, and figure out how to make these meetings not a race war, because that's what it's starting to be. And I'm not here for that. I'm here for peace. You see my hat all the time? Paper, peace. That's all I'm for. Figure this out. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk about on Wednesday, right? Handcuffs was put on me for a public meeting that was supposedly ticketed for the special budgeting event. Cool, right? Got threatened with assault, got threatened with a battery, all of this. Then I see on Friday, the Palestinians turned it up. I mean, fighting the police. Not one person got arrested. I'm just saying, look at that, Mayor. Just look at that. I don't come from poverty, okay? I come from a very affluent African-American family. I am down here every day almost fighting for justice for my mother's building, not house, commercial building that was demolished, illegally demolished. And not one time have you come to me and sit down with Alderman Moore, who has blocked me, a government official who has blocked me from social media, which is illegal. Okay? This is not how you run government. This is not how you run, right? Contemplating, because I know I'm gonna win. I have a big following. I come from a lot of people, a lot of known people. I worked 4 years with Dick Gregory, did the same thing that I did. Start protesting down here at City Hall and marched all the way to Daley's house, and that was in 1958. Fair. That's all I'm asking for is fairness. Be a mayor, sit down and talk to my mother. You don't even have to talk to me. Talk to my 74-year-old mother and figure out how y'all can find a solution. Because the longer that I got to keep coming down here and dealing with these police, that at the end of the day, I don't even blame them, because it comes from Maya Standback and all of them who are doing these weird illegal things, not letting people into a public meeting, makes you.
Yep. It stops. I hit it by accident.
You hit it by accident?
Yeah, but I played it a few times, but that was October 16th, 2023.
You was real nice.
Real nice, right?
You was real nice. You told him exactly what you was going to do.
Exactly what I was going to do, right?
Real nice. You was real nice. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. No, real talk. I appreciate that, Danny. So I want you to understand that's why I am like I just snap.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to snap, but I try to talk to this man, and he ignored me. Everybody ignored me that were public servants, that were people who are proud to say that they are members of the Black Caucus, members of a certain church, whatever church they're members of, but they're happy to talk about their pastor and their HBCU, law degree from HBCU, and all this thing, this Black excellence. And I said, this Black excellence, Danny. I love when people talk their shit about their Black excellence. But little do I know that all these people that scream Black excellence and are working in these jobs are all unqualified. They're all unqualified. Because if we have made it this far, why do I have Chicago flips red?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Right? So I wanted to do this live. And I wanted to do it at 4 o'clock because I'm tired of doing it at 7. I gotta get to bed at like 10. So that's number one. Number two is all day, all morning, I have been going back and forth with the elites of the elites of the elites in the Black community, the popular people, all those people, right? About Charlie Kirk. And him, basically, they're saying that, I did a few things, y'all are spewing hate, My thing is, okay, Charlie Kirk passed away. I don't see no Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I don't see any riots. Nobody breaking into homes and stores and stuff like that. And so many Black people have came to me and said, well, that's a dumb comparison. Or Well, that's because he wasn't shot by a white police. I mean, he wasn't shot by a police officer. Well, basically, he wasn't black. He wasn't shot by a white police officer, or he wasn't shot by somebody white. So, because historically, that's what we've been taught. That that if you get shot by somebody that's not, if you're black, you get shot by somebody that's non-black, act a fool.
Act a fool. Tell your own communities up.
Tear your own communities up. Do whatever you need to do.
Right.
Right. Now, I've said this on my first podcast called Dick Gravy Talk. It's my first episode. I said because I know this city was built on racism. So to sit here and say that racism is not here, I would be lying. Yes, racism is here. We know it. And prejudice is here too. And prejudice, we have a lot of prejudice going on in the black community against each other. Okay? So we're dealing with prejudice within black on black, and we're dealing with still some racism. White liberals have some racism, and some white conservatives have some racism. However, racism does not get me, and racism and prejudice does not get me to a place that I can't work together.
Right.
Okay? You know how many people, Danielle, have told me, Christians, conservatives, blacks, Baptists, you are going to hell because you're gay. That's your opinion. I didn't even ask you your opinion. But you came and told me I'm going to hell. Bet. So when I ask the question, how do you know? They tell me the Bible, right? So I'm like, well, who are you to fucking judge me when you're sinning by judging me? And that is what I mean when it comes to mind your fucking business. I don't come out and hey, my name is Zoe the lesbian. My name is Zoe. I'm a human being. I'm an American citizen. I'm an entrepreneur. I am Black American, which I'm proud to be. And when anybody tries to challenge who I am as a person, I'm going to go in. But if you are not challenging me or putting my family or friends in danger, and I don't go looking for shit because that's what I don't do, it's out of sight, out of mind, and the First Amendment.
Yeah. Because we seen.
No, they're definitely judging, Michael. Anybody that tells me I'm going to hell is a judgment. I don't give a fuck about. And that's the thing. People manipulate that Bible, and that's what pisses me off, because that's why I don't even. There was a Catholic church that we were going to for a minute, for the first year. Now, the Catholic priest, he's a black priest. He is gay, because I know, because of his how he be acting, his mannerisms, but he gave his life, whatever. He's a priest. Now, but before all that, I look at him as a good singer. He comes with a good message. I stopped going to him because after Donald Trump won, he brought that into the church. Now motherfucker, him winning don't have shit to do with you talking about the word, the gospel. He's not. Donald Trump ain't making to that Bible. He's not in that Bible. So why are you bringing him up in his election in church in a negative way? That is the problem, what we're dealing with. Religion and politics is getting real tricky. But the nerve of these people that recite things in that Bible about no judging, no cast on stone, and all that stuff, and then be judging is crazy.
Well, I think, this is the way I feel about it. I feel like with the Bible, what the Bible said is right and wrong has already been judged. If we say we believe the Bible, if the Bible is what we as Christians go by, that's our like instructions in life. If Jesus or the Bible say this is wrong, this is what it is. I can't get the Bible to conform to my reality and what I want because I want to do it. I have to be judged by the word. So if the word tells me fornication is wrong, then I have to say, okay, I'm fornicating. That's what it is because I want to do it. But the Bible says it's wrong.
Yeah.
So
But the Bible is not. But my thing is though, I was not born with a Bible. I was born by my mother and my father. They chose, my mother's Catholic. My mother chose to baptize me and do all these things. Great. She believes in everything that the Bible says. Cool. Some of that stuff in that Bible is bullshit. And that's just what it is. The Israel and Palestine war. That proves it every day for me. So my thing is, mind your business. Stop bringing certain things into politics. Politics and religion don't need to be together. Because at the end of the day, everybody does something that somebody judges off of. And that's just what it is.
and see,
And
that's what
it's going to continue to be like that. Right now, you've got the same very Christians saying, fuck Charlie Kirk. Black Christians. Because of what he did. And you've got these weird white liberals that's just off the hinges, and then you've got these racist white liberals that are just edging us to go in on Charlie Kirk First Amendment. You see what I'm saying? Then you have the Christians that are not judging him. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they're Christian, and then we're not here to judge anybody. So, and at the end of the day, God has the last say, all that stuff. So, but people have brought him up because he is a public figure. He is a political figure, just like an Obama is. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like Elon Musk is. He's a political figure. He had influence. So there was a lady who left church yesterday, black girl.
Yeah,
who
I saw
left church yesterday because she felt some type of way of the church saying a prayer for Charlie Kirk and what he did and turning point and all that. She said, how can you praise somebody who is all those things they call white supremacists, all that stuff, right? Now, I agree with her because I came for the word. I didn't come to hear about Charlie Kirk. That's how I felt about my Catholic church and the priest I just told you about. I like you because you was given a word where I can understand it in modern times. I liked it because you can sing, and I appreciate a good singer. But you done brought in that basically we are under attack because Donald Trump is in office.
Well, I differ. See, me and you, and that's where it comes with freedom of speech and different opinions. Because I differ from that. I believe that the church and the Bible are intertwined. I believe that politics or whatever's going to, because all through the Bible we had kings, we had Moses, and God established how he's supposed to rule over people, putting laws in place to govern people. So I beg to see, I differ from that. I saw the clip with the girl who said that, and to me, I didn't agree with her because my thing is, everybody want to be Christians until it's biblical, until they got to do what the Bible say, which is hard stuff. Because a lot of times that goes against your flesh. Like can't stand somebody. I mean, somebody killed my loved one, but the Bible say forgive. And to me, that don't make no sense because they brutally killed my loved one. But the Bible say forgive that person. So now I might not want to, but because the Bible said I must, to me, that's what I must do. Because the Bible said you must be, in order for you to be forgiven, you must forgive. God forgave me for a lot of things I did.
So you think then religion and politics should go together.
I think that
Okay, but that's what
yeah,
you
that's what I'm
think.
saying.
Then
So
cool. I
let me
don't think that because
okay,
that's fucking us up. But if
no, okay,
you
but that's
think
your
that that's
opinion.
what, so if
That's
you
your
think that's
opinion.
gonna, if you think that that's okay, then cool. Me,
Right.
I'd rather not deal with that because I see the fucked upness with our children right now.
Yeah, but see, I
But I
understand
hear
that.
what
That's
you, but I hear what you saying,
yeah.
and that is where the Democratic Party is going to continue to have a lane, because that right there, because there's going to be people like myself who lives a whole different life than you.
Mm-hmm.
The life that they feel like is the normal life, the heterosexual life. I don't live the heterosexual life. So when I'm coming in somewhere and I feel like I'm going to get judged and casted, that is where the Democratic Party still has a foot in there, or people ready to go independent because they don't fuck with the Republican Party because of shit like that.
Well,
That's
when you
what
say
I'm looking at.
judge, when you say you coming in here now, we have to be now. Is it being told the truth, or what the Bible say? Now we're not talking about, because the bottom line
Well,
is
no, if she's saying that she went into church and this man is speaking all highly great things about Charlie Kirk and what she's
no, she
seeing
didn't say
online,
that.
hey, I'm still talking. What she said that this man was saying all great things, and you've got everybody. When I say everybody, like, nah, I got people that went in on me. How can you even say anything nice about Charlie Kirk? Because it was his First Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no issue with him because I never went to go look for that shit. My thing is, like I said, I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic. I'm baptized. I'm born and raised Catholic. I went in there and I know that the pastor was gay. I know the priest is gay. I know the priest is gay. First, that's the one. Number two is I know that at the end of the day, thou should not judge, regardless. Know that he has great sermons, great singing. But after Trump won, he was salty. You cannot be salty while you're a priest or a pastor or whatever. You cannot be like that. You have to be neutral. And the problem is, in these churches, they are not neutral. So when you have a person that's walking out because they feel uncomfortable, their pastor is supposed to be neutral. So if we're having fights in the church, fights in politics, fights in our friend group, because I have fights in my friend group because I went for Trump. Even though they don't give a fuck about why I went for Trump. I have logical reasons for all of these things, but emotionally they feel some type of way. You go by the Bible, which you should. If you believe in more Bible, you should go by the Bible. However, a lot of people have their own relationship with the man above.
Right.
Like
you
me.
You should. You should. I encourage everybody,
so if you're
y'all.
gonna have a congregation and you want people to support your congregation, you're gonna have to be neutral.
But
See, no, ain't no but, because that's
no, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me
with Charlie Kirk.
But you can't tell me
when I defend Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk had his following. Motherfuckers chose to follow Charlie Kirk because they agreed with what Charlie Kirk, he had influence and he understood. So the fact that he was doing his thing, minding his business, created his whole lane, there were people that would come and debate him off of hatred, not by seeing that he is, not by trying to see where he come from or agreeing to disagree. They came off of hatred because I deal with that every day, even this morning, with defending him on some logical things. So the problem is we always stay judging somebody. We always trying to tell somebody how to live their life. And if we continue to do that, there's going to be a spiritual divide. There is going to be a conservative divide, a liberal divide, a black divide, because we're already divided because we're taught this, because All of that is going to continue to happen if we continue to judge each other. And that is the problem.
But like I said, that's where we differ, because my thing is this: when you go to church, or whoever you go to, or whoever you say that you are, your past or whatever, you got to get it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. If we say we are following Christ, and we say that the Bible, now I get it. You really, like, you got people that's Muslim, you got people that's Catholic, you got people that's Christ-like, follow Christ. So if I say I'm going by, I'm a Christ-like, I go by the Bible. I can't pick and choose. I have to go by the Bible, whether it's right for my lifestyle, or I want to choose that or not. It is what it is. That's the law to me. Now, I can't force that on somebody else. That's true. That's what we go to freedom of speech. But I have to hold to I believe is true to me. So I do believe, when I saw the clip with the church, with the pastor said what she said, he didn't say nothing about Charlie Kirk was a good man. What he was just talking about was hate. We can't hate, because the Bible, it's hate and division and all this. We must not be what do you say? We must not be celebrating what hatred did. We must be in love and walk in love. We can't let this bring hate in our heart because we feel a certain way. So he didn't know like that. And she took it there because she hated Charlie Kirk. I saw that. I was watching that period. But I understand, because it's so divisive out. It's so, the church have used politics and all that to divide us. So I understand that. And we do have to have, like you said, a personal relationship with God, because a lot of we know these pastors are bogus. We want to do, but at the end of the day, the Holy Spirit is the one that's going to convict us whether we think we're right or wrong. So I agree totally with how everybody feel. I respect that, because that's the freedom we have. And that's what I think we're missing, is that we got to understand that everybody experiences, everybody, whatever they want to say and do is different. And we can't force the way we believe, force the way our politics are on other people. We just can't. And we just got to respect each other for, each other.
Religion and politics should not be together.
But that's your opinion.
It's going to always be a problem.
Because you gotta. But that's your.
That is a big issue right now, and that is where I come in at.
Well, I think. When you say religion and politics,
that's why this shit is to a crazier place. But at the end of the day, we can go back and forth. We continue to
talk. We're gonna disagree to disagree. We're gonna disagree on that.
It ain't no disagree. People gonna not X out gay people, and that's the problem.
Who said? No,
it comes with the religion shit. That Bible.
No, but see, so do I X you out? Do I X you out? I don't do that.
You said people gonna live by that Bible. You said people that deal with that Bible gonna live with that Bible.
Right.
That's what you said.
Right.
So my thing is, people are gonna respect people's sexual orientations. It is 2025. Y'all are going by a Bible that still has Palestine and Israel.
It
still has Palestine and Israel.
But you mad. But so you got a problem with something that's been before us, before you. It's a problem that you had before, huh?
That's what I log off at, because what I'm not going to deal with is somebody talking about my sexuality.
Who talking about your sexuality?
I'm saying that when it comes to that Bible.
But that's
people, because this is my thing, right? Mind your fucking business. That's the thing. When it comes to all this, mind your business. But politics, sexual orientations should not be in the motherfucking church. And it's in the church, and it's fucking up our kids, because y'all are trying to stand another ground, and it's a hateful ground, because at the end of the day, so many people have made it something else, which I definitely agree, and it's an issue and a problem with. But those things need to stay out of it, or the Democratic Party is going to continue to stay relevant.
But that's in it, though, Zoe. You got to see it because it's in the church, it's in everything. So you can't act like it's not happening. You have to be able to talk about it because it is happening. So I mean,
I'm gonna disagree because
that's why I said we gonna
Christians. I'm trying to tell you, the Christians is gonna fuck up. The ones who the Christians who believe everybody going to hell because they believe that Bible and everything and go with that and all that stuff is going to be the reason why the Democratic Party continues.
Well,
it's going to continue because y'all need to y'all need to have another open mind. So I can't wait till the Christians with the open mind come out. So that's going real talk. Like that's real talk.
Okay,
so anyway,
we agree. Like I keep saying, we gonna agree to disagree.
Now, at the end of the day, that is why the Democratic Party is going to stay.
Well, that's cool.
You know that because there's a lot of motherfuckers who don't fuck with the Republican Party.
That's cool.
Some of the lot of shit that you're saying.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay,
that's the way you feel.
Okay, well then, hey, good luck. Good luck, Danielle.
So what you were saying? So what you were saying about with Charlie Kirk in the First Amendment? When you was down there.
I don't know if we have First Amendment anymore. Because we gotta talk about First Amendment when you talk about the religion. Because it doesn't really does the First Amendments and stuff really matter if y'all feel like motherfuckers going to hell because they sexual orientation?
Well, so
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question as a Christian woman. Does it really matter about the First Amendment? Does it really matter about freedom of speech and what you believe in if you believe already as a Christian and as a conservative that anybody that is gay going to hell?
I never said that.
I'm asking you a question.
No, so I believe
that's even what Charlie Kirk was on.
Like I said, freedom of speech. You have the freedom of speech.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters because you have the freedom of speech.
It doesn't
matter.
It do. If you feel the way that you feel,
it don't matter. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. See, that's the thing you forget. It don't care. We don't care, Zoe, how people feel about us. We really don't. We really don't, because what they feel and what we're going through.
No, I really don't. But
okay, so you gonna speak.
I'm not. Also, this is not what I'm on. So yeah, I don't care what people think of me. But I'm not gonna stand next to somebody who believes that if I'm a homosexual, I'm going to hell. Because at the end of the day, that is the problem. Again, we put politics, religion, and sexuality into stuff that we need to leave out.
You gotta understand, I don't. God decides. So listen to what I'm saying. I'm not God. I never claimed to be God. He said he searches.
Exactly. So
he said, but I told you.
God, then you don't need to talk about judging any motherfucking body.
But you can't tell. But you see, you can't tell me what I can talk about if we are saying where we got the freedom, because it makes you uncomfortable.
Right. No. So, you're right. You're absolutely right. So again, you're right. So again, I don't have to. That's the beauty of being an independent person, right? I don't have to. I never looked at nothing Charlie Kirk said. I never looked at nothing Kevin Samuel said. I never looked at anything any people. I never looked at, because at the end of the day, all these people only said that they were misogynistic. Canyon Sevens, Charlie Kirk, are racist. I see a couple of things. I have a thing that says Charlie Kirk gives racist vibes, but I'm not going to lose any sleep because at the end of the day, I'm not going to go searching for it. Someone sent me something. Then when you send something, what does your algorithm do? Start talking about all the stuff that's going on. People reached out about tagging him. As much people tagged Scott Presser, a lot of people tagged him for us to talk. I would have loved to have a conversation with Charlie Kirk. You understand what I'm saying? But what I see is nothing is going to work when people feel like everything in that Bible is true. But like that's real. And my thing is that's an indoctrination. That's indoctrination, like how they're trying to get our kids to discuss about stuff in elementary school and stuff like that they should not be talking about. So if people can believe everything in that Bible to the point that a person who is doing what they're doing, or anybody that doesn't move with their sexuality and sexual orientation, still can be okay with thinking that a motherfucker going to hell because of what that Bible said, is indoctrination.
Okay.
So indoctrination is real, and is indoctrinated. It's indoctrination from the Bible, indoctrination elementary, it's indoctrination racism, indoctrination prejudice. Everything is an indoctrination. Now people choose and feel what they want to, what they work with, what they're okay with. But at the end of the day, all of it is fucked up, and that's why I've always been on. Everybody need to mind their business. I don't never judge anybody when it comes to that Bible, because at the end of the day, I'm not into a Bible that's basically telling me I'm going to hell. But I know I have my own relationship with God. I got my own relationship with my ancestors. I know that I'm one of the chosen ones. So I'm going to continue to live my life the way that I live my life, unapologetically. I'm not biased. I don't have an ego. However, I see the bullshit when it comes to everybody. And until we understand as a unit and be more family oriented, we are always going to have an issue. And that is the problem. Everybody's judging everybody, and no one's motherfucking perfect. And that's just real. So, yeah. And so that's where the First Amendment come in at. Because at the end of the day, you can't. Religion is a very stronghold, clearly in the white community too. And I'm just starting to see that with this Charlie Kirk situation. I know the chokehold it has on my community, but the chokehold it has on the Christian community too. And seeing the same church community on the black side going in on the white Christians is crazy. That right there is an issue of politics. You putting politics and religion together
But they are using more. It's more with that. They're using more racist. It's racist. They're making it between black and white. That's not even. Let's take the Bible out of this, because this has nothing to do with the Bible. They're making it against, because everybody who I've seen or mad at us, it's a black and white issue. It has nothing to do with religion. So that's what I'm saying.
So on my side, it's always been religion, because I am gay. So that's what you need to understand. I'm openly gay. So I see the bullshit on both sides. I see it on the racial side. I see it on the prejudice side. On both sides. On black side and the white side. So what I say, so that's why I said, like, how are y'all motherfuckers to judge any motherfucking body when y'all are sinning? y'all talking about sinning, but y'all sinning, judging people who have not. I don't come out and say, I don't have a name tag to say, hi, I'm Zoe Lee. I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. I identify as a lesbian. None of that shit. I am myself. I'm Zoe Lee. I'm Zoe Marsh Lee. And I am just Zoe Marsh Lee. I like food, and I like laughing. I like making friends. I like making friends. I like music. I like talking shit. I like giving. I like making sure that all my friends are protected. I want the biggest house I can have. So if my friends ever need to stay with me, they can stay forever long. I don't care how dirty they is. I give them their own wing. You understand? Because that's what I love. I love us. I love people. I love human beings. I'm getting railroaded right now because I stuck up for Charlie Kirk and his First Amendment.
All right.
I mean, like what? While I've been getting silence down at City Hall since 2023, and none of y'all, I'm not talking about you, Danny. None of our peoples, that I know a lot of people, Danny, that stood behind me. Imagine if they would have stood behind me for 2 months.
All right.
Every day coming down there with me. They would have had to do something.
Exactly.
So I'm seeing people feeling some type of way about Charlie Kirk. It's crazy to me. It's the hypocrisy. How do you sit and be mad at what his beliefs are, when at the end of the day, a lot of this shit is bullshit? I said this yesterday. I'm going to continue to say it. That boy was born in 1993. He's the same age as one of my nieces. My niece and her guy, this nigga think he is Fred Hampton 3.0. Okay, this nigga be wearing all black, all this shit. And I be trying to explain to him, look, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I know that you feel like, you know, that it's white supremacy and all that. I get it. But baby, it's 2025. These niggas is fucking us over. Our own people is fucking us over. You know what I'm saying? Back when they did it, yes, they was wrong. We have that to always talk about. But right now, this is pure thievery. This is pure scamming in our own communities. He's still, why you vote for Trump? Nigga, do you still have a job? Aren't you a first responder? Because he's a first responder now too. I'm not gonna tell you what he is, but you're a first responder, right? Yeah. I said you lose your job? No. Okay. So why are you asking me about why I'm for Trump when you still got your job and he's for first responders? We have a problem in our community with accountability. We have a problem with our community with minding our business. We have a problem with our community with cliques and politics. We went to an event this weekend. All them workers in there were city workers. That is the problem. Everybody is clicked up and they can't do the right thing because they're scared they're going to lose their jobs. Instead, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. But what is that when every other nationality comes up here and take care of their people?
Right.
How do we get mad? How do we get mad that Brian Cicho Lopez is doing what he's doing? How do we get mad that Andre Vasquez, Carlos Ramirez, Rosa, all the people is making sure they people good?
Right.
When we got 20 black aldermen down there that can't even line up and get us some type of ordinance for them to make sure that we have a certain amount of business grants, that we have a certain amount of housing. They don't do that. Deborah Silverstein is one alderman, like you said yesterday, one alderman. Anything she wants in the 50th ward, she'll be able to have. We so busy worried about having Bible wars, history wars, racial wars, instead of really getting down and talking about modern day times. Me and you, Danny, can talk about the Bible all day. You know what I'm saying? You know the Bible. My mom knows the Bible. Other people know the Bible. Miss Jessica knows the Bible. And I would love to learn the Bible because y'all probably can teach me the Bible better than anybody else can because y'all love me. However, Bible wars right now when we are dealing with the cartel, when we are dealing with a migrant crisis, when we're dealing with a crime crisis, when we're dealing with a displacement crisis, all we need to do is get on our knees and ask God to be with us the whole way.
And God, you're exactly right. And guide us and trust. You're right. You're exactly right. Because I believe this. That's why, though, I always try to, I don't see, because God has been so forgiving, gracious, because I was something else. You know what I'm saying? It's times I should have been dead. I know. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I was doing was wrong. And I know it. So I understand that everything, you can't point out this sin, this sin, this sin, but this sin is cool, but this sin is not. It don't work like that. If anything, if it's wrong, it's all wrong. You can't pick and choose. I understand that. So you know, my thing is this: when God say, "I judge you according to your heart," because to some people, you know, your heart can be, you know, some people can, you know, you never know what made this person who they are, or how they become this person, but it's their heart that God is judging. So you can't say what it is. You can't damn nobody to hell. You can't say that, because God is the only. Now you can point out that, hey, this is what God say, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. You can't say you're going to hell for this, because God know your heart. So I understand that. And I just want you to know, me and you are friends, me and you are best friends, me and you are family, because of who you are. Not because you don't live there. It's who you are as a person, your heart. I always tell you, man, your heart's so good. You're a beautiful person. People who mess up with you, they messed up because I know you genuinely care about people. So, you know, with that being said, I think that when we going through what we going through, though, we just have to make sure that we stay prayed up. Like you said, we make sure we're in line with God, with the task He's given us, because we know the task He's given us. And I think we can't let nobody come and just, you know, throw in their trash in it. We got to stay focused. We got to, you know, build each other up, and we got to pray for each other. When you weak, I have to be strong. I got to pray for you. When you see me weak, you got to pray for me. We got to cover each other, because me and you, we're on the front lines dealing with this. Everybody talk all that stuff about us, but we don't see nobody here with us. You see what I'm saying? Nobody. All them people who talking about what we doing, what we saying, we can't get two people to come stand with us at City Hall.
I mean, critiquing like hell. Y'all be saying all of the bullshit.
Right.
But don't know half of what's going on.
Can't have two people. We can't even get 5 people to come to the City Hall just to see what's going on. But what you do see is, like you said, you see illegal aliens, and they down there, right? You see other people, and then it's us too, and then the rest of them, if they are black, they the Democratic Party people. So people who have something to say what we're doing, I think that long as we stay true.
Tony gave us a super chat.
Thank you, Tony. I think that we have to stay true to who we are. We have to discuss things, and it is what it is. We got to respect each other and say, hey, you know what? This is what it is. But hey, that don't matter, because when we do that, like I always keep saying, any relationship, in order for that relationship to thrive, you got to have communication, and you got to talk how you feel. You got to talk how you feel. I got to talk how I feel. We got to be able to respect that with each other and say, I understand how you feel. Not make you feel bad about how you feel. Not make you, you know what I'm saying? Because whatever you feeling, your experience got you to that point. So I can't negate how you feel. and tell you, oh, that's a lie, that's dumb. I can't do that. And that's what we see people are trying to do to us. We know why we are doing what we're doing. Everything in our life, you know what you're doing with your mama. You love your mom, like you said, it could have been red, green, purple. Whoever did this, I know why I'm doing this. I'm fighting for my mother. I know what I'm doing my fight for. So at the end of the day, we know why we're doing what we're doing. We understand it. And we don't care what people say about us. We don't care what people think about us. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, like you said, wasn't nobody standing with you. They was getting ready to allow Chicago to be given to illegal aliens and a cartel. And then none of these people who coming at us stood up and said anything.
No, nobody. We was gone. We were done.
We were done, right?
We were done. So that's why it's like, how dare you critique me on anything when you guys ignored my fight for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was laughable at first. First I was crazy. I was insane. Went from crazy to, girl, that shit, Chicago Fist Red ain't nothing. To now when you try to walk, hey, now you can't come here. Now you can't. What do you mean I can't come in here? Now you got that shirt on. I got a Chicago Fist Red shirt. I can't come on. I can't come into a meeting that's supposed to be for unity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, because y'all got to keep the oppression going. Y'all got to keep the manufactured black oppression. We're slaves. We're this. We're that. Y'all really y'all really want to continue this narrative for the next 5 to 10 years?
Right.
No. And now you're going to use Charlie Kirk and say stuff like, well, that's a dumb comparison about rioting. What do you mean rioting? I'm saying, why y'all didn't riot for him? Why didn't the white people didn't riot for him? And the black people, because a lot of black people that fuck with Charlie Kirk, why they didn't go riot? Why they didn't go fuck up the city?
You know what,
though? He fucked up the city. We
messed up we burnt it down.
He fucked up the world. He fucked up the world. So yeah, we're uncomfortable truth now.
Yeah, he did.
He fucked up the world.
People over there, Australia.
Why y'all ain't out here breaking into Lululemon?
Right.
Ann Taylor, Rolex. Why y'all ain't stick up Tiffany's? Why y'all ain't go to Macy's and fuck Macy's up?
Right.
Why y'all ain't go to Louis Vuitton and fuck Louis up? Why? Because he fucked the world. Like motherfuckers, like Dr. King fucked the world up.
Yeah, Australia. Australia out there protesting in big numbers. South Korea.
Right.
Yeah, all them. But you know what I'm learning seriously, especially with our community, for what I've seen. And then I think, and this is how hatred we are towards each other. Everything that we have done, everything that we have said, everything that we have fought for our community and still fighting for right now, you have people saying under comments, under our videos and comments, I've been telling y'all that the Chicago flips red, our drifters. I've been telling y'all that they wasn't real. I've been telling y'all these black people. I've been telling y'all this. I don't like them. These people are so hateful and want to see you fail. Want to just hate on some more black people trying to do something. It's like you was waiting to say, see, look, to negate everything we did, to negate that for something. You couldn't wait to find anything. You reaching so bad because you hate so bad This is what you ready to throw away the whole everything we have done because you disagree with one thing that you disagree with us. You don't know why, you just disagree and you ready to throw everything away because it's how you feel. You didn't never want us to succeed. You never wanted us to help the community, because if you did, you would have did it. You never wanted to see change in our community, because if you did, you would be saying, I don't care what, they for us. They for our communities. I mean, we ain't got to agree. We can agree to disagree on this, but at the end of the day, we know who they are. Fight, but they are so quick to try to counsel you, to try to do that, because the hatred they have.
Right.
Anything you doing that's right, they are so willing to hate it and tear it down.
And don't care about listening to the original story, how this happened.
Right. They don't want to see.
The
They
city of
don't care.
Chicago knocked down my family's building. This is a heavily Democratic city. I asked for help from the federal level, the state level, the city level. And everyone ignored me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went back to this man. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Hold on. I went back. This is the first time. First time I asked, it was October.
And you was real nice.
Real nice. Hold on. Yeah, StreamYard.
I'm gonna get my boy.
This is October 18, 2023.
Public meeting that was supposedly ticketed for the special budgeting event. Cool.
All right. Let's see.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk about on Wednesday, right? Handcuffs was put on me for a public meeting that was supposedly ticketed for the special budgeting event. Cool, right? Got threatened with assault, got threatened with a battery, all of this. Then I see on Friday, the Palestinians turned it up. I mean, fighting the police. Not one person got arrested. I'm just saying, look at that, Mayor. Just look at that. I don't come from poverty. Okay? I come from a very affluent African-American family. I am down here every day, almost, fighting for justice for my mother's building, not house, commercial building that was demolished, illegally demolished. And not one time have you come to me and sit down with Alderman Moore, who has blocked me, a government official who has blocked me from social media, which is illegal. Okay? This is not how you run government. This is not how you run anything. I've been contemplating about running for office, right? Contemplating, because I know I'm gonna win. I have a big following. I come from a lot of people, a lot of known people. I worked 4 years with Dick Gregory, who in 1958 did the same thing that I did. Start protesting down here at City Hall and marched all the way to Daley's house, and that was in 1958. Fair. That's all I'm asking for is fairness. Be a mayor, sit down and talk to my mother. You don't even have to talk to me. Talk to my 74-year-old mother and figure out how y'all can find a solution. Because the longer that I got to keep coming down here and dealing with these police, that at the end of the day, I don't even blame them, because it comes from Maya Standback and all.
Right.
Them who are doing these weird illegal things, not letting people into a public meeting, makes you look bad. So you need to sit back with your advisors, read the Constitution, read the Open Meetings Act, and figure out how to make these meetings not a race war, because that's what it's starting to be. And I'm not here for that. I'm here for peace. You see my hat all the time? Paper, peace. That's all I'm for. Figure this out.
Mind you, I said that October 18th, 2023.
Yep. And he still just ignored, didn't care. It was what it was.
Nobody wasn't in the chambers now.
Right.
You see, it was empty in there.
Right. And then when they did, and now still nothing. But people mad because the way we see things is not the way they see things. And now everybody and everybody is entitled. That's the thing we are saying. Everybody is entitled to your opinion and what you feel, what you think. And it may be uncomfortable and you may not like it, move, but you can't tell somebody what they can't say. You can't counsel somebody. You can't get mad because that's the way they use in their First Amendment. You can't do it. And that's what we refuse to let people tell us, because you don't agree, because you don't like what we're saying. It's not that you even understand or even trying to figure out why we saying what we saying. You just don't like it because it don't make you feel good. And now you mad. No, that ain't cool. You know, we got a lot. If we want to be able to express our opinions and say what we want to say, but without being punished or everything, then we have to allot that to the next person. That's just what it is. And you know, or we'll have like you were saying, though, the reason why you even came out doing, because you saw that it was a bunch of council culture. We'll have a bunch of council culture where couldn't nobody say nothing.
Nobody was in nothing. Everybody it was sick.
Remember you were saying why you even started? Tell the story. When you were saying about when you started Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle.
Yeah.
They're not letting people into the council unless they have a white ticket. They have a VIP section.
I can hear you, Joe. That's playing.
And here is someone who is protesting, and she is being arrested for not.
Hold on, I couldn't hear you or nothing.
For protesting the VIP section. There is a VIP section.
And a VIP section.
And what happened?
You gotta, and she is protesting it, and they are trying to arrest her. This is Brandon Johnson's administration at work.
They tried to arrest me for trying to attend a public meeting.
Protesting not being allowed into a public meeting. This is a public meeting, and she is not allowed, and she is protesting.
And Miss Jessica was escorted to the
What's your
third
name?
floor and
What's
had
your
to sit
name?
behind plexiglass. Look at this.
Wait a minute, Joe. You said VIP. Okay,
They're not letting people into the council unless they have a white ticket. They have a VIP section for this budget meeting. And here is someone who is protesting, and she is being arrested for protesting the VIP section. There is a VIP section. You got to have a ticket. Nobody knew about it. And she is protesting it, and they are trying to arrest her. This is Brandon Johnson's administration at work.
That's crazy.
That's great. Now, that was October 11th, 2023.
A VIP section.
VIP section, then.
You For a budget meeting.
For a budget meeting.
You gotta be playing with me.
So yeah, you understand what I'm saying? This is what I had to do, and all because of this meeting right here. This is when they started the bullshit. Now, mind you, this is when they started the shit. This meeting right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all worried about, y'all want me to be outraged when I'm getting I'm getting suppressed.
Right. That's like the ultimate suppression of speech.
Right.
A VIP, first of all, the city council meeting is supposed to be, you know, for everybody.
Hold on. This is it right here.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Let me get it together. Right here. This was it. This is the one.
Our first speaker today is Zoe Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is for you, David Moore. You're going to know after this. If you are so committed to your alderman duties, such as protecting the neighborhoods in your ward at 3 a.m. from prostitutes, surely as an alderman, you can go after the money that is owed to my mother at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, normal business hours. 2017, when my mother's building was illegally demolished by the city of Chicago. You never notified her and gave her an option, and never gave her the option about the little money that Committee on Finance was supposed to take care of. And at that time, the chairman, who you already know, Ed Burke, and at the, you also told my godfather they knocked down the wrong building. But now you say it was building violations. The man who was living there didn't have a lease. The man you're referring to is the same man who has owned that building since 1965. He needs no lease. He has the deed. How would you feel if someone demolished your mother's house? The house you've been living in for 57 years. At your big ass age, you still live with your moms. The FBI has already met with my mother. If your slow ass doesn't, no, you can't. If you don't find my mother's money, you're going to be in the news again. My generational wealth that you got demolished. I am not the one. You're definitely not the one. I want to know, let me tell you something. You did everything wrong, and you've been doing stuff wrong. You're really autistic. I don't know how you even got this job, okay? I was minding my own business.
Excuse me. We respectfully ask that you please refrain from use of any profanity. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was minding my business, okay? I was living in Atlanta, living my good life. My mother has been fighting the city of Chicago for 5 years, okay? And she couldn't do it no more. She ended up in the hospital. I've been protesting in front of City Hall for 17 weeks, and I watched you walk past me each time. You didn't acknowledge me or anything, and this is in your ward. That's black on black crime. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna figure out what I can do legally, but I'm trying to tell you, if you talk about how great you are and how good of a man you are, find my mother money. Find my mother money. I'm heading over to the federal building to amend this complaint, and your name is added. But I'm just letting you know, you don't have no paperwork. My mother got all hers.
But a real ass nigga.
Yeah. So that's when they started fucking with me down there.
Oh, but I bet they did.
Then that's when the next week they had the VIP list.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. After you tell me about day one like that, then they say about, oh, you gotta have VIP.
VIP.
Oh my God, that is funny. That's terrible. And he just sitting there, you know he was
But they
scared.
let the Palestinians in there acting a fool. Look at this one. Look, this is how fucked up they were. They wouldn't let me in none of these meetings. Look at this
Oh
one.
God.
Look at this one right. Look at this one. Look at this one right here.
Oh, you I think you really autistic.
I think autistic, daddy.
Oh my God.
Look at this.
Oh. You see about it? They said about the next week Zoe was VIP. But was no VIP.
Yeah, that's
No
like,
VIP.
hold on, what?
Oh my God.
Look at this. Hold on, let me show you. This how this how it was. Ever since I did that, this is them.
Whatever y'all want. All right, y'all can touch me. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all can get the sergeant at arms, and the sergeant at arms can explain to me why y'all got this closed. Yeah, okay.
This is
We are
public
gonna do this because this you cannot continue to do shit like this.
Please
No,
stop.
you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Look at this.
That is horrible.
Not let me go into no meeting, Danny. This
Wow.
was November 9th, 2023.
That's like freedom of speech,
You see
suppression.
what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah.
So when people come to me about Charlie Kirk speaking his mind, he can do whatever he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
His freedom of speech. I said, I don't even, y'all talking about how he's saying that he's spilling all these rhetoric things, he's hateful, he's this, he's that. Meanwhile, I'm down here on 121 North South just trying to speak, just ask for some help and speak my mind.
To your elected officials,
To my elected officials.
right? Who's supposed to help you? Yeah.
Y'all knocked down the building in this city, in the 17th Ward, David Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I was going down to, and that's where I was going. Because I tried to be nice. Even before all of this, I wrote emails. They
And
wouldn't
then
know who I was.
And when I first saw, I said, "Man, Zoe, you really was nice, like for real. Like I was surprised because I wasn't down there when you first. But when I saw that, remember, I was like, so you really did act nicely. Like if I was mayor, it's no way I would just be like, no, leave her alone. I would be like, you know what? Make sure she come and see me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on. No way. You know what I'm saying? It was no way.
Right.
Wait. Somebody said, righteous anger said, I have to assume I am not in real time interacting with either. Hold on. I just saw your comment. She said, I can barely see. I have to assure I am not in real time interacting with either of you. Boy, my ass getting bad. No, righteous anger. I just saw your comment, so I don't know. I don't know if it's lagging behind. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, it's yeah,
But
that
yeah, with this saying that to say that they have been suppressing my freedom of speech for a long time.
mhm.
And I want to show this real quick, right? So then that's when these people really started. I got arrested down there. The arrest was crazy.
Yeah, they've been violating people's freedom of speech for a long time. This is
For a
actually
long time.
this is actually lawsuit. So
No, yeah, I know. I have one currently now.
Yeah.
I piled up everything.
Yeah, this is actually a lot
But
of,
this
yeah.
right here, this was the day that they arrested me.
So, Sergeant at Arms violated my First Amendment on Friday. Last Friday, they violated my First Amendment. And instead of him just today apologizing, hey, I'm sorry because I reported him, but he got mad. I apologize because I'm a woman, because that's the thing I keep trying to tell people. Just because my sexual orientation does not mean that I'm not a woman. So they treat me as I just get railroaded. I just continue to get railroaded as a Black lesbian female. So they try to pin me up against the police. And I know that's not fair. How do you arrest somebody for speaking for freedom of speech? Like, come on now. Come on now. You want me to cease fire? You want Rosanna Rodriguez want me to cease fire on solidarity, but I can't get 2 minutes to speak. And I had something so good to talk about, because my thing is, we don't need the government, man. We have so much money. We have so much money in our community. We just need to do this motherfucking market, man. We need to boycott 2.0. We need to do our black market, because they're going to do everything to not have me come here. Come on now. All this. Palestinians came in here and went crazy. Not one of them got arrested for their freedom of speech. Everybody has rights to be mad. The Palestinians got rights to be mad. The Blacks got rights to be mad. Everybody got rights to be mad. Jews, I don't know why they mad. Why are the Jews mad? Y'all take over everything. Y'all control everything. Y'all controlling freedom of speech. Niggas, the Jews is fucking controlling freedom of speech. Nigga, this is crazy. That's you know why? Because we don't have our own money. If Black people had our own money, they couldn't do this. That's why I gotta file these federal fucking lawsuits. I got a pro se every day. Because I can't find a civil rights lawyer. Now, them Palestinians turned up in here. Sergeant at Arms didn't tell them to arrest them. Sergeant at Arms didn't tell them to arrest them. But me, little old me, just me, I'm in handcuffs. So, Sergeant at Arms violated my First Amendment.
You see that shit?
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's terrible. And this is what I said, because it's how much. You see what I said? I'm flipping this state red. That was November 16th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You said, like, y'all got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Like, so it's like, what I see here is, you know how it feels to have your freedom of speech suppressed. You know how it feels when you have something to say, and to you it's important, and people don't give you that opportunity, especially your elected officials do not give you that opportunity, which is your constitutional right to do.
Right.
Then if that makes you feel that way, and how you know exactly how you felt, why would you then go push that on somebody else? So I see. Yeah.
So how do you get mad at me for not going in on Charlie Kirk?
Right.
What? I'm trying to survive out here.
Right. But see, so it shows you, see, people didn't have that experience. See how you knew you was hurt. You can tell you was hurt in that video. See, people don't have that experience. That's what we try to get people to see. See, your experience and what you deal with, it forms an opinion or what you feel and how you do things, operate in your life. People never had that experience, so they don't even know why you even came to the conclusion you came to about not caring and making sure you say it's important to uphold that people have freedom of speech. They don't even know you went through this, because it maybe had you not gone through that, you probably would be like, oh no, you probably would feel a different way. You understand? So we can't keep judging people off our experience and not respecting theirs, because you don't know what made her come to this conclusion. This is what got her to this conclusion. Now, me, really, I just recently, what they've been doing, I saw how they suppress our speech. But before then, I really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that experience. So to me, it may have not been that important. You understand? So that's why, to me, it's just important to respect everybody.
Look at this right
With
here. This George Blakemore, 2023. After they banned me, I was arrested. I couldn't come back till February. But look at this right here. This is Andre Vasquez. This is immigration refugee rights. They're dragging George Blakemore. I found him.
I'm not a member.
Wow.
Free George Blakemore! Release George Blakemore!
They arrested George Blakemore.
Free my man!
Dragged him up out of there.
Dragged him out of there because he was one of the first people to sign up for immigration and refugee rights. And Andre Vasquez had it stacked up. And said everybody can get a minute to talk. And George Blakemore said that's not the rules. The first
That's
10
not
people.
the rules.
The first 10 people. And that's why I got locked up. Me and Mr. Blakemore went to it was the Committee of Human Rights Services where Rosanna Rodriguez chaired that. Me and Mr. Blakemore were the first people to sign up. All of a sudden, here come Frank Chapman, bitch ass, and a whole bunch of paid Palestinian and Jewish people to be for the Palestinians. That's how I know, because my uncomfortable truth is this. Real Palestinians gonna ride with real Palestinians and Jews gonna ride with Jews.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how this works. But anyway, and the paid people come in because she was battling against Deborah Silverstein. Deborah Silverstein genuinely had her. Deborah Silverstein don't got to pay no Jew to come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Palestinian people got put on a little bit more. So, long story short, she made them all come. They got to talk, but me and Mr. Blake weren't going to talk, and thought that I was going to allow that.
Right. 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 That's crazy.
Like insane. So that's what I feel like. At the end of the day, I don't knock nobody. People is entitled to their freedom of speech, but anybody that believes in the higher power and you praising somebody's death, that's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that we have to be careful that it's easy, because it's easy to point fingers at people, but then become that way, because it's like we don't nobody start off and say they want to be evil or this or something happened where you want to, like you said, celebrate death, somebody's death. You don't come in this way, but we allow this. We open ourselves to this because we don't hold ourselves accountable for this. Like you said, it can't be to the point that you use politics to just form all through your life, or you hate your family, you hate your friends, you hate this, you hate that. You can't do it. You have to say, okay, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe on politics, and but at the end of the day, man, you still my friend, so we're gonna still be friends at the end of the day. Because when you start allowing those things, it's so easy to open the door to hate and things like that. And the devil don't care how he gonna get in. He gonna get in, and before you know it, you will start hating everybody who think this way. Now he gonna feed that seed, and now you gonna be hating everybody who support somebody, this person that you think you don't like and don't know why. And before you know it, you radicalize through and you feel hate. And where did that come from? So we gotta be, I think we just gotta be careful about saying, you know what, separating that. Okay, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. And like you said, if I don't know you, I don't ever have to go to your page. I don't even have to go interact with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. Why do you torture? Why would I torture myself going to your page when I know you don't think nothing like me? We don't think the same. Like you said, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. I'm gonna block you or not bother with you. Why would I do that? That's called accountability. You can only be responsible for your actions, not somebody else's. Whatever you don't like, you can separate yourself. You don't, and that's it. Stop trying to project on your insecurities, project your hatred on other people. That's a personal thing you got to deal with, and that's it. You only responsible for your actions. You can't be responsible for somebody else's actions. And I think, like you said, that's a messed up thing and part of what's happening. People always trying to project their stuff on us. You can't, because we are coming from a whole different place. We try to save Chicago. They tried to
Right.
literally give Chicago to the cartel and illegal aliens. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And push us out of our communities. They literally did that, tried to do that.
Yeah.
So your perspective is not ours at all. And that's just it.
No, real talk is uncomfortable truth. So, and I think people understand what the First Amendment is, and y'all really need to everybody is entitled to freedom of speech. And if you do not, even like I said, with the church situation, with my case, I went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to make me feel bad about my political choice. I picked him for a reason. And I came in here to hear the word from you, and because I like how you give me the word, and I like how you sing. But you let whatever, I don't know what you're dealing with your personal life, right? So
right.
Whatever you're dealing with your personal life, you let your personal life come in there and bash our president of the United States of America, and you a priest.
Yeah, and you know what? I can see what you when you say, and I really do feel that way. I think that when I said that, I feel like what I feel is this. I feel like whatever to me, you should only teach what Jesus say, what the Bible say. Like you said, your political you interests don't have nothing to do with what your job is to teach what God say. If you keep it that way, you gotta let people believe. Like I was saying, because I have a personal relationship with God, I can't what my belief, when I started looking at the Democratic Party policies, my belief didn't align with none of them. So I think when you just teach people the word and that's it, then God is going to do everything else. So then you got to make people understand your belief. You got to see what aligns with your belief. So I think when you teach that, and you state when you were saying that middle ground, I understood what you were saying when you said that. Because when you stay in there, when you just teach people the word, because I might not come to care to know this, but if you give people the word, then it's up to God to go and you encourage people to have a personal relationship with God. Not just take your word for it as
And
the
independent
pastor.
thinking, because before he brought Trump in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed, now mind you, I've been Catholic my whole entire life, right? And it's been, I never went to church to hear the word.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm here, I'm ready to hear the word. I'm
Right.
ready to understand and hear the word. So when he first was doing it, I was understanding and hearing the word and putting that to my work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Putting it to my fight in a righteous way, because he's giving it to me. He's telling me it without nothing
Right.
modern. You know what I'm saying? He's giving a great story, a great example of whatever word, chapter he's teaching us, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever reading, the book of the readings, right? So, and so to come in after New Year, after the election, and I'm happy because it's like, whoo, we got him. You know what I'm saying? And I go in there on Sunday, and this nigga is upset.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. You're right. You're right. And now you preaching out of flesh. Now you preaching out of the way you feel. It's not of God. You just preaching out of flesh. It don't have nothing to do with God. And that's true. And that's why when you said that, I saw when I thought about it, when I thought about it, I said, okay, I can go with that. You're right about that. Because when you just got to give people the word. You got to encourage people to not only have the word, study the word for themselves, and to encourage them to seek God in everything they do. If you do that, it's up to God to water the seed and do what he gonna do. But you gotta, just like you said, teach the word, encourage people to read for themselves and to know God for themselves. And then when you do that, God is going to be the one who deal with them. So, yeah, I think so. And that's a way of keeping your flesh out of things, because that's the problem with people now. They are operating in flesh. God is nowhere in it. It's just pushing their beliefs and their indoctrination, or how they believe and perceive things to be on people for their own selfish motive, wherever it is, whether they getting paid to do this or whatever. So I can definitely go there because yeah, I can definitely. That's why I don't go to church now, because of that. So I can see that. I can totally see that.
So I just feel like, well, my last words are, I just feel like we need to understand what agree to disagree is. We need to understand everybody's boundaries, because we all have certain boundaries, and we need to respect them. And I feel like we need to focus on the systems that have broken all of the American citizens, not just black people. We're not the only ones broken,
Right.
and we can't continue with that narrative. Now, are we the most? Yes, because we have no leadership. We have no one to grab our hand out the mud. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And bring you up and take care of you. and make sure that you're able to take care of someone else, and that person able to take care of someone else, and that person take care of someone else. Where no one's leading by example in the most major influential places that we need in business, in government, in church, in education. We have no strong leaders that's not afraid to speak up for us, but also understanding that we are not on this earth by ourselves.
Right.
You know, and I know that with my fight down there. I count on one hand. I literally count on one hand. You see what I'm saying?
But on the internet, you can count on 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 whatever. Everybody talking and complaining and telling you how to do it, how you should do it. How you can count on everybody's hands and fingers. You got everybody telling you what you should do and what they mad at because you didn't say or what you did say and how you should do it. You got a lot of them people telling you that, right?
Exactly.
Right. But on one hand, who stood?
On one hand, I don't even need a hand. Jessica Jackson, George Blakemore, Danielle Carter, Doris Lewis, Charmaine Henry, Vashawn, Mr. Dennis, LaTanya, Miss Vanita, Natasha, Mark Carter. You understand what I'm saying? Like Mark Carter taught me about the New Americans plan that motherfuckers still won't read. You understand what I'm saying? I know exactly who helped me connect the dots. And I'm grateful for you, Danielle, for standing next to me.
You know, always, man. You already know.
No, but I'm just saying, but I literally, so there's nobody, so anybody critiques me and tries to talk about me and be negative about what we've built and what we put together is funny to me because where were you at?
Black people want to see what I'm seeing, especially right now with all the comments. It's like I didn't even know. It's like y'all wanted to see us fail so bad. That's sickening. It's like in the comments they pushing for it, and it's like y'all instead of saying. Even if you got comments and saying, no, y'all, even if I don't agree, no, we got them fighting for us. So let's encourage that. Y'all so ready to tear us down. That quick, y'all trying y'all best to find something to tear us down instead of lifting us up. It's sad. I'm like, wow. Y'all just wait.
But we're the most prejudiced against each other.
Yeah.
You understand? And like I said, I've said it plenty of times, I ain't no Tim Scott.
Right.
You understand? Like, I'm definitely a real ass nigga. Now, if you don't think I'm a real ass nigga because I put my condolences to a person who also broke cancel culture, because he broke cancel. He was trying to break cancel culture too.
Right, I know.
You understand what I'm saying? So salute to you, my boy.
Yeah.
You understand? Was he a little bit extremist? Possibly. But he was 31.
Right.
He didn't get a chance to even mature yet.
Right, because this is stuff he said that I keep saying. Well, when I looked at it in context, then I can see why he said it. I can see why he said it. When I see the whole
there's some
before,
stuff that I don't rock with. Like
yeah.
the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, I think I could see that whole thing and be like, nah, nigga.
Now see, that's what I'm saying.
It's just like with George Floyd, the situation. Yeah, George Floyd may have died from a fentanyl overdose. I'll go with that. But my man, the man had his knee
on his neck.
Yeah. We all seen that. You do like he didn't have to have his knee in the neck. And then when you go back and look, they had a little personal beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? he never really cared for him.
Yeah. So
that
yeah,
knee in the neck was
what's
something
the
else.
icing? That's
You
it.
understand
So
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So again, but I can go in on Charlie Kirk about what he said about Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman, or I can continue to talk about how Obama was the president at that time. Eric Holder was the attorney general at the time, black man, and God didn't charge George Zimmerman on federal hate charge, federal charges on Trayvon Martin.
Right.
So that's where I go in at, right? I don't care about what his thoughts are. He gonna think like that because George Zimmerman is free.
Right.
George Zimmerman should have been charged, been locked up.
He should have. He should have.
So he's going off of a man who's out here. Out here, and he gonna want to tell his story. He added extra shit to the story now. You know what I'm saying? He had me on my back. He killed me. He twisted my neck. Then he twisted back. I had to protect myself. You see how they let me? You see how they had to let me off? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Then meanwhile, Donald Trump facing rape charges by a jury. Jury said, "Well, yeah, we believe you raped her." So he's a convicted rapist. Okay. Well, George Zimmerman is a motherfucking murderer. And y'all still got this thing out here free. A convicted murderer. You're going by a jury just saying that y'all can pay the jury off. Right. You understand? Because y'all just don't want this man away from office. So y'all trying to, when you get the president, y'all don't say anything. So again, mind your business. People are going to have conspiracy theories. People are going to have a different theory. People are going to think other ways. Some may be racial. Some may be uncomfortable. This country was built on racism. It was built on racism. The first 250 years, we built this country. Free. We have a lot of animosity. And every time we have tried to do our own thing, it's always been a problem. But they continue to say it was the Republicans that did it. No, the Democrats is the one who kept staggering us.
Somebody did a super chat, Joe. Let's thank them for it.
Okay, thank you. The Malachi, Andrew Chapman. Greetings, beautiful people. I'm independent, but with what's going on up that way, you too have my support from Bloomington in Central Illinois. Thank you, Malachi.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my thing is, as I said, I graduated from the suburbs, school. I went to school out there, and I know what racism is, and I know what's not racist.
Yeah, so you've been around. So you grew up around white people.
And my mentor, my basketball coach from 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, he was my dentist. His name was Greg Moore. He was white. He was Italian. He grew up. He had a house, one of the biggest houses in Loudonville, New York. You see what I'm saying? He took care of everything that I needed when it came to getting my clothes, getting basketball gear, getting everything together, making sure that I had everything to travel, all of these things. Made sure he was my dentist. You see what I'm saying? So I also grew up with my friends being white and their fathers, their mothers coming, spend the night over there, laugh, talk. They never treated me like I was different. Right. And the ones who I've maybe felt their parent was kind of, a little bit weird, their children would reiterate, this is my best friend. I love Zoe. You see what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I see, I know when I'm going to deal with racism. I know when racism comes upon me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know when it's somebody's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I know when somebody's trying to be funny, trying to reach, but they're never going to reach right there because you got me fucked up. You understand? And I also know people who genuinely are just, they don't come, they're white.
Right.
You
Right.
know
Right.
So, and I know people who are just black.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I got to break down a whole bunch of stuff like, how do I do this? What the fuck do you mean you don't know how to do that? But I can't get mad because they got us thinking that we oppressed.
Yeah.
So my patience I have for us is going to always be there. However, I'm not going to tolerate motherfuckers who going to try to take us down or feel bad because we spoke about freedom of speech and y'all praising someone's death. But when it came to George Floyd, y'all fucking fucked up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all let George Soros, a Jewish supremacist, pay Black Lives Matter and other people to create this narrative and fuck our communities up and all that stuff. And y'all are hush hush. But when it comes to Charlie Kirk, y'all draw the line. That's what it's about. Y'all going to war. Y'all going to war. And anybody calls it out, they a coon. Anybody calls it out, they're a grifter. Anybody calls it out, they're fraud. Nigga, y'all don't do shit but be on the keyboard all day.
Yeah,
playing the game. You weird ass, screaming ass black activist niggas.
Yup, y'all, they're so messed up. This is how I see it though. It's so messed up. They want to take down or cancel the very people, the only hope Chicago has. Ain't that sad? Now, when you look around everything that we are talking about, our kids are going through, our community is going through, everything we're fighting for, these people, because of hatred and because of envy, because a lot of that too, they want to cancel or hurt the very people that's fighting for the very thing that they say that they promote. And that's and that's how we always have did each other. Why we always say, so remember, we only gotten so far. Remember, we always say, why we gotta fight? Why we even have to have this fight? Where was everybody else who claimed to be activists? Everybody else who claimed to be these people? Where y'all at? Because we shouldn't even have to come and fight this
at all.
Where y'all been? How did y'all allow this? Because y'all allowed this. And if we didn't step in, when we, like you said, Zoe, you was in Atlanta minding your own business, living your best life. I was over here training, doing what I do. We wasn't asking for this. We didn't want to do this. This ain't what we said, oh, this is what I want for my life.
Exactly.
But I thought I was going to be retired. Me and Chubb, we was going to have this gym. We was going to be able to travel everywhere. He retired. You know, we was going to do this and be just good.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. As many of the hate that we get on niggas that we're never gonna meet.
Right.
True. They gotta keep that narrative. So many black people are rooting for us.
Yes, and that's the thing. That's what makes me so. I'm like,
so many white people are rooting for us. So many foreigners that are allies in this country are rooting for us.
You're right. They want to say Chicago. You're right.
We're moving righteous. We're moving to our calling. And we're going to continue to speak the truth.
That's right.
We're going to continue to inform.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get these political skits going. I put my little group together today. I'm so happy. Max, Mikey, Dave, my white boys. Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk. Okay.
Yeah. You know, and they all get it.
Right.
And then they all understand because at the end of the day, it's okay to have difference of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But following just one opinion is a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, people are fighting for. People get mad at Donald Trump. Trump is fighting to give the country back to the people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And you've got the Democrats basically bullying him because they know that once he shows their hand, it's over.
It's over.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina. Tina, you said, what Tina say? Read that, because I can't.
Please keep fighting. Please, you two are Chicago's only hope.
Oh, thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you, Tina. So yeah, this is America First. So yeah, like it's like when you, and I think people should do this at their house. Like maybe get like debate off a topic.
Yeah, now that's
but
good.
But not a topic that's like maybe not politics right now because y'all going crazy. So
yeah, maybe something.
Maybe something else. But just like how y'all debate on sports.
Maybe sports.
Guys debate on sports all the time and they don't fucking be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not talking to this dude anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
Your husband, they play golf every day.
Right.
Are they still friends?
And they talk stuff and on the chat, they be talking stuff, but the next day they gonna go play golf ball, be like, I love you, man. I love you too. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Right. Chuck always call you, baby, I won today. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be hype.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see my friends, one of my friends, T is into her favorite team is the Washington Redskins or the Commanders now, you know. But anyway, that's why I try to break comfortable. That's why I tried to break cancer culture. It's the Redskins. I don't know why. Come on, that's racial. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Man. It's been the Washington Redskins for how long?
Forever.
Anyway, my friend, she's from DC. So she talks about the Redskins. She loves the Redskins. And she big on it. Her and her people be going in, and that's it. Is that what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I think that y'all gonna have to start having some debates at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you got people out here, y'all acting like y'all making opinions into everything being offensive. Mm-hmm. Even to the point that I was going back and forth with this comedian today. She said, "This is not a good comparison." Something she was talking about what I said about the riots or whatever. And I said, "What do you mean it's not a good comparison?" I said, first of all, because she don't like Trump, right? Y'all are comedians. Y'all comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need y'all First Amendment.
Man. Y'all need it more than anybody.
Y'all need it more than anybody.
Yes.
I'm a comedian, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna silence my First Amendment. I'm not a politician and I'm not an activist. I keep trying to tell y'all, a nigga's an entrepreneur. I'm a brand. I'm a business. Now I have a political brand. And my brand is it's about fighting corruption and giving back the people their voice and putting the right people in place so this never happens again. I said because if these activists really cared about common sense and cared about how government works and fair and equality. Ain't no way in the world we'd be set back like this.
No, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way Brandon Johnson would have gotten in office.
Ain't no way.
Yep. After Lori, like if people was on it, as they spoke, like they said they was, I've been around for years. It's no way Lori should have, I mean, Brandon Johnson should have got, because Lori, everybody talking about how terrible Lori was, like they thought she was the worst. And then now Brandon Johnson even worse. Ain't no way. So it's like right now we see how bad Brandon Johnson is. We working our butts off to make sure they don't vote another Brandon Johnson back in. That's how it should have been with Lori if you was out here really about that life. You see what I'm saying? Because Lori was terrible. The migrants was coming in, illegal aliens was coming in with Lori. The crime, Trump was talking about the bringing the National Guards in. So people should have been fighting if you was really about that life. We wasn't even, because then we was politically, we didn't care. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't on this. We were Democrats, we was blind, and that's what it was. But the ones who so-called supposed to be aware and activists, it's no way you should have been educating people on what's happening down there. You should have been showing people how our money is being stolen and spent. Y'all didn't do none of that.
None of that.
And that's why we were so stupid enough to vote Brandon Johnson in. But I bet you right now, people going to think before they vote another person. You know what I'm saying? People going to understand. But so save us with that BS. Save us with that. Because I don't even understand. We had to come in this. We didn't even want to. So if y'all activists or who have been out here years, if y'all was doing what y'all supposed to do and really cared about the people in the community, then we shouldn't be. Chicago plus Red shouldn't even have been a thing.
Exactly.
You should have been able to, when you had that problem and you went out there and Brandon Johnson wasn't listening, you should have been able to go to those activists or whoever they supposed to be and say, hey, man, like them people, them high power residents were able to come to us with their issue and we helped them do something about it. These so-called activists, you supposed to know who they were because they out in the streets, they were boots on the ground.
Right.
And you should have been able to go and talk to them and they should have been standing with you outside and say, hey, Brandon Johnson, you need to talk to our sister.
But you know, the crazy thing is, I knew one of the founding members of Black Lives Matter.
See?
She told me I'm going to have hundreds of people behind me. Well, baby, aren't you Black Lives Matter?
Right. Ain't you Black Lives Matter? So that just goes to show you they really don't care about what's really happening. Because I'm just being honest. You should have known exactly who to go to because they supposed to be ahead of presence out here to let you know I'm fighting for y'all. Because when people don't get no justice, what's her name say? We ain't gonna tell her name. She said, oh girl, like in the courtroom, where Chicago feels red at? I need to talk to them. But you see what I'm saying? You see how people automatically like, okay, I ain't getting no justice. Let me hit up Chicago flips red. So that's because they know we care and they know we out here in the streets for them. So why is it that you are activists for?
I'm unhoused. Technically, I'm in an Airbnb now. Shout out to my supporter, shout out to Ramona. But me and my mom is in an Airbnb now. And we unhoused. And
these illegals getting free everything. Why is it that you didn't have nobody say, hold on, man, hold on, let's stop this. I don't know what you think you finna do, Brandon Johnson, but Zoe and her mama unhoused, and I bet you don't house another illegal alien without making sure she get housed and all that. I mean, what were the men who talking all that stuff? What were they at, Zoe?
Where were they at?
That's what I'm saying. They all about that mouth and talking, but where you at when we really need help? Who can we go to?
Who we go to?
And now y'all mad because we saying what we gonna say and we gonna tell it what it is? Man, please. That's why I keep saying y'all got the right ones.
Y'all got the right ones, and that's just what it is. So yeah, I don't care about what y'all say about me.
Right.
I don't care because y'all talked about Jesus. I know y'all talked about King. Y'all
Yes,
talked about
right.
X. Y'all talked about Fred Hampton. Y'all talk about Trump.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about anybody that do not go with y'all narrative. So at the end of the day, we're fine. We're gonna be fine. We started this as a grassroots. We're still going to continue as a grassroots. We are going to do what we said we were going to do, and that was flip them seats. We are going to make sure that we have the best governor that has the best interest for the people. And we're going to make sure that this never happens again. So I don't care what a black reject has to say who sits on Twitter Spaces all day talking shit. And I know for sure is playing the game like a streamer, but don't have no idea what the fuck really going on. You're just hearing bits and pieces of shit. On top of any person who is non-black that has an issue with our movement, when we are legit just trying to make sure that our people get off the plantation, because once our people get off the plantation, the country will be much better.
It will sure will.
Yeah. So
Because the Democrat Party
everybody got to get to 4, like Jessica Jackson says, and let us get to our 4.
Right.
And we've been getting to our 4, and we've been okay. We just did something that we've never did before. In the beginning of this live, you see me and Danny going back and forth. At the end of the day, we organic. We real, and we gonna be real. Like, nobody's here trying to be fake. Nobody here is trying to be a celebrity. I don't want to be no celebrity. I just want my money.
You keep saying I want to go.
I want my money. What did I say the other day? Money, cars, hoes, money, cars.
And say you keep saying I want to go back underground. I want to just go through the back.
Underground. I want to be able to have a nice ass Zoe cave, right? And my Zoe cave has a dope ass podcast spot where I have all of my legends painted, and I can sit here and talk my stuff and do my researches and do history, so we can do history together. And that's why people say, "Oh, why are you doing Charlie Kirk on Friday?" I'm doing Charlie Kirk on Friday so people can know who Charlie Kirk was. Charlie Kirk, for Charlie Kirk was somebody. So yes, I'm going to do Charlie Kirk. Just like I can do a lot of people. I'm going to start doing, I did Jesse Jackson family. I'm going to do Fred Hampton. I'm going to do the Black Panther. I'm going to do Asada. I'm going to do Ed Burke. I'm going to do Vodoliak. I'm going to do Mike Madigan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Brandon Johnson. I'm going to do Pritzker. We have to, like, this is what you have to do. You have to do it. We have people who do. I'm going to do Danielle Carter. Because Danielle Carter's a legend.
We're going to do me because I need people to understand my story, Zoe. Yeah, like my testimony. Right. That's a good.
Exactly.
I never thought about that, Zoe. You know, that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's more of who is this person. I'm gonna do one when I got everything going, I'm doing a famous Friday on Kurt Cobain. I love Kurt Cobain. And a lot of people, I want a lot of my people to know who Kurt Cobain is. You see what I'm saying? There are people that I want people, Yoko Ono and John Lennon. We saw they're doing a Yoko Ono exhibit. Like, we have people, Dick Gregory.
Oh yeah, you gotta do Dick Gregory.
Yeah, like Muhammad Ali. We had the dailies. You know, I already did a little bit of daily, but the dailies. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you gotta understand Al Capone. You know, like, just things like that. Pulaski Day in Chicago, how Pulaski Day came about. You know, like, it's about honoring everybody. You understand? History is here.
Yep.
You understand? And me just being closed-minded on just black people and not other people is just as racist as what y'all say they are.
Yes. Say that. Say that. Say that.
So that's that piece.
Yeah,
Any
y'all.
last
So,
words?
okay, let me see. Probably because brother man fish didn't buy his boat with free fish. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, look, y'all gonna always get the real from us. This is who we are. We don't try to fake it. We're just like you. We real people living where you live at. Just we don't live in some nice area and don't understand what's going on and all that. No, we live in, and some of y'all living better than us. Seriously, some of y'all living way better than us because we in the trenches. So
In the
just
trenches.
all the trenches, hey, right? Now we're in the trenches.
I'm
So
living in an Airbnb.
right,
Danny
yeah,
cannot take any more clients
yeah,
because of everything that we have going on. So at the end of the day, people still have bills.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So we,
Malcolm X for sure, baby. I love me
yeah,
some Malcolm. Yes,
so
yes.
we're out. We're you. We understand we have a lot of patience, even though, like I'm gonna tell you, Jesus loved you, and let's not do this. I'm gonna give you the Bible, and then I'm gonna say, all right, now I told you to go on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. And then it's gonna be like, okay, but then I'm gonna let you know. But we understand we have a lot of patience because we understand what we're dealing with. We understand the mindset of us and where it's gotten us and how we got into this to where we are. We understand that. And it's gonna take a lot of understanding, a lot of patience, and a lot of love.
And a
So we
lot of
understand,
egos to the side. A lot of people
yeah,
gotta put y'all egos to the side, man. Like y'all gotta put y'all egos to the side and have some type of humility.
yes,
You should be able to talk to everybody. You should be, you may not agree, and that is
right,
okay. But to really stop talking to a person and then go and start telling other people not to talk to this person because you personally have a problem with what they said,
yeah, that's terrible.
that's terrible. You got over some minute stuff. You understand?
Yeah,
Certain things, yes, I get it, I understand. But politics, somebody's racial rhetoric that at the end of the day you go and look at. That's
right.
like, let me see. People used to say, I'm trying to think of somebody that my mom and people used to say all the time. I used to be like, don't listen to them. Oh, damn, he's a comedian, and they canceled him. The white guy too. It's not Burr. Damn, I can't think of the one. Let me see if I can find it. You can talk.
But yeah, guys, we just we have patience with each other, and we just gotta keep pushing love, and we just gotta keep pushing. We have to set the example that we want to display to people and let them know that it is possible. We can't agree to disagree. We got to keep going. We can still be okay. We ain't got to kill each other. We can still be friends. We can still be family members. Don't nobody have to die because you don't agree with them. Please, we got to keep just showing that and making sure we check that when people try to push that ideology on anybody. We got to speak up against that, guys. We have to, because that's evil. That's pure evil. So we got to make that very clear in our messaging to people.
Right. It was
Yeah.
Louis C.K., but like they canceled Louis C.K., they canceled Charlie Sheen. you know, and then Charlie Team just came out and said he had sex with men too because he was paying money because they were blackmailing him, so he kind of just said, fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're dealing with. You understand? Like, you got people that's strong arming you for certain things, and so you can't say nothing, or you're scared or you're embarrassed. But then here comes me, who you can't cancel motherfucker, don't give a fuck. And then you have Charlie Kirk that's talking his shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a different type of mindset, you know. So I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he said, but I also wasn't going over there looking for it either. Mm-hmm. Understand? When we would have crossed paths eventually.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure
somebody would have asked me, like I've always, somebody would have asked me, well, hey, what do you think about Charlie Kirk? Well, I think Charlie Kirk is racist. No, he's not racist. I said, well, what they're showing, what they're portraying online, it gives racist vibes. However, I'm not going out my way to talk shit about him because that's his lane. However, that's what they're portraying online, is that. Just like they have old messages and text messages of me saying these Republicans is racist as shit. You see what I'm saying? They were, because I didn't know until I got up in this motherfucker and said, oh, no, they're not the problem at all. They're not the problem at all. Y'all motherfuckers is lying on this media now.
So what you saying is, sometimes, like you said, some things you might think or say, but then when you look at a different perspective as you grow, you see it from a different way. And you say, okay, well, I did say that, but not that I'm apologizing for it, because I thought that at that time. But now that I see this,
just like J.D. Vance said what he said about Trump.
Okay, I can see what you said. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was like, he can't stand him. He hated him, right? That he was racist. But then,
I never hated Trump. I never hated Trump at all. You understand what I'm saying? Trump didn't do nothing to me. Matter of fact, a good person, I'm not going to say his name, but when the whole thing, like when he was battling for 2022, for the 2020 election, he like, man, Trump it. And he's black. That's what motherfucker will understand. They hating on him. He the wrong motherfucker hang on. But he couldn't come out and say it because they were going to call him a coon.
Yeah. So I see that's a perfect example, because J.D. Vance did hate him back in the day. But now he said, because it was what he thought and what he saw in the media. But then when he got a chance to really, like you said, study him and see in depth what he was saying, he saw it. Like, he wasn't never lying. This is true.
Right. You understand? And again, I believe Zoe. We're in our 30s.
Yeah. I believe Zoe. I really believe, because everybody who talk to him, who talk about him, always say, and there's some of the interactions he had with black people. I really believe if we would have had a chance to talk to him, we'd have came away like, man, he cool. You see what I'm saying? That we understand that he's a different perspective because he don't have to live the way we live. But I think we would have came away like, wow, you know what I'm saying? He's because when I looked at some of the things he would say to people, and it was just like he was trying to get them to think different than what you see and what you are told. Just think different, or bigger. Just take this in consideration. So I think me and you, because we have grown.
Was a very, and would take everything away. Take the Christian stuff away. Take the politics away. Take the negative things that he said about black people. He was a very good debater. And the problem is that he had nobody that was just equivalent to him to debate him.
That's what it was.
To explain to him in a way that it ain't about black, white, red, blue. These are the facts, my boy. And there's certain things you cannot negate.
Yeah.
At all. So I get what you're saying. Maybe now, yes.
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
But don't disrespect my ancestors, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that and no one never went that way. And at the end of the day, shame on them that didn't go that way.
Yeah, they have to take. That's why I said I think that where we at now, because we understand both sides and what's going on, I think we would say, okay, I see why you said that, but this is why. People
got mad about what he said about the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It was a scam. I agree with that. I'm gonna talk about it Friday. You know,
but that's what I mean.
But
so,
yeah,
like,
I mean, so yeah, if y'all gonna hate me for that, cool.
But what I'm saying is, though, like back then, let's just say when you wasn't even believing, you would have been like, nigga, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying?
No. I always agree with that.
Oh, you always agree with that? Now,
yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that, though.
Certain things that people said that he said, like my mother was listening to something this morning, and they talked about the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And when my mother was done with it, I said, I agree with it. I agree with what he said. You understand? Yes. I broke down to my mother why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, but
again, see, I would have been mad.
Huh?
I would have, if you would have said that a few years ago, okay, I would have been pissed. It would have been in my feelings too.
Oh yeah, a few years ago, absolutely. I told you. I remember when they were trying to dig up stuff on me. You know, you said Black Lives Matter, nigga. Black lives do matter. I'm mad at my Black Lives Matters. Now I see that they are a fucking scam.
But back then it was
my life still matters.
Yeah,
my Black life still matters. And I was calling them out on their bullshit. I watched how they could not help me. You understand what I'm saying? Like I got the number of one of the main people that's on this shit that y'all put this shit together, and I can't get you to help me at all. Like this just as bad as Rainbow Push. Coming to my godfather's lounge, pandering for votes, but it's not down, and I can't get y'all to stand with us.
I can't get y'all to stand with me.
And my godfather got me. I got the pamphlets. When you got Jesse Jackson got all his endorsements in there. Susanna Mendoza's in there. Whole bunch of people in there. Jesse White, all his stuff he got in there. Chewy Garcia. All them that you give it to the black people at a lounge, at a liquor lounge. Here, this who you voting for. Endorsed by Jesse Jackson.
Mm.
Right? Now, Jesse Jackson, fast forward, I need your Rainbow Push.
Right.
Can't get no help. So, when you look at a lot of those things,
yeah, it changed your perspective. That's what I'm saying.
So,
it changed your
perspective. So, yeah, I ain't gonna get mad because that white boy know his privilege.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna get mad because that white boy saw some bullshit? That's why he didn't go to college.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna get mad that white boy believes in his religion the way that he believes it? Like you said, like whatever he believes, he's allowed to believe all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things. Why are you so obsessed with knowing what the fuck Charlie Kirk going on if you don't care for if he's so racist?
Because they didn't have nothing going on with themselves. Because just as well as he was over there doing that, you could have been over here doing this. You see what I'm saying, Joe? That's the biggest thing I keep trying to get people to understand. Just as well as he over there doing that, you could have been over there helping, doing what you supposed to do. Wherever you saw that whatever you saw needed to be done over this way, you could have been doing it. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? You saw the issue that you say you did.
Saw the issue.
but you didn't get up and do anything about the issue. Now he doing what he thought the issue was. And he made a whole big impact. He was doing a whole big thing. So you could have did the same thing on what you felt strong for, but you didn't. That's what I try to get people to understand. So you mad because of what now? Why you mad?
And you mad because we said, why y'all praising his death? Oh,
yeah,
see, I knew Chicago Fifth Red was paid by the Trump organization. I knew Chicago. It's like, damn, so you don't even realize we got personal issues that led us to this.
You didn't care. You were so
President Trump, for real, he is. Like, I seen Mama Doris earlier today. Whole food, shout out to Mama Doris. And Mama Doris said, if these niggas really will understand what's going on, they will be behind him right now with the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment.
Because we don't understand why y'all. We trying to understand why y'all so coming at us, but y'all not on this. Like you said, you over here talking this stuff, but what about this over here? Y'all not talking about this. This don't matter, huh? So when y'all really can get change at, oh no, why now y'all can yell over here and haven't gotten change in 20 years. If y'all don't know, y'all say y'all been around. Over here is where you can get change, but we ain't talking about none of that. None of that matters, huh? So real change don't matter. But crying about wanting change, that's where it's at. Wow. That's crazy.
So then, yeah, so that's why.
Yo, you said don't argue.
That's why.
That's crazy.
That's why. So, and when somebody come and try to get in my way, I'm Charlie Kirk and them. Get the fuck out my motherfucking face.
Yeah, because it's it when you start to think about it.
Yeah, because enough is enough. Enough is a fucking enough. So now I gotta fucking dog you out and give you the uncomfortable truth and hurt your feelings because you don't see the fucking bigger picture. Nigga, I'm tired. I used to sprint. I used to be on track team. I never came in second place. I was a fast, I may not look like I'm fast now, but I was a fast motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, I dominated. I dominate in anything I want. Anything I want, I dominate. I ain't worried about this manufactured oppression that you think that you got me under.
Mm-hmm.
I know my rights.
Mm-hmm.
I know my laws. I know my privilege. I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. And I know that the government got too many people in there that are unqualified, and we got to get these motherfuckers out.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we are doing these. I'm glad we're doing these lives and talking about and just really, being real. What's going on? I'm glad we're doing this because these are the conversations that need to be had. They really do. In order for us to just see the BS, see what's going on and get past this, because we got an election to win. So that's really the main thing. Chicago and Illinois, we got a city and state to save. So I think these are great conversations we gotta have.
If you're from the South Side, ain't nowhere in the world you can vote for that man. He don't care nothing about the South Side. He's gonna do more for the race for the West Side and the illegals, but he don't care nothing about the South Side.
Nothing. So we got a city and state to save. So we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna be talking about some uncomfortable truths, and that's just what it is. We gotta do it.
That's what it is.
So yeah, guys. And we love you all. We're gonna always try to do it in a matter where we are just showing you all what's going on, and it's coming out of a place of love. I mean, even though it may come off harsh or whatever, trust us, it's coming out of a place of love. That's where it's coming from. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So that's all I.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah, that's that piece, y'all. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Woo, we did.